When they hear Sandstorm and Sir Big Spur starts getting those claws sharpened, Williams-Brice Stadium comes alive in support of their South Carolina Gamecocks. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Gamecocks will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Alabama's offense takes the field to start this game off. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When a receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense.
That's a real good-looking throw, and I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely well. They coach these guys up, and this is a guy who loves football, loves the X's and O's, and you're seeing it translate onto the field right now.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking downfield, it's Mack. He looks that one in nicely. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. Coming out on first down with the play fake.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You get a little bit of time to throw, you can move guys with your eyes, that drag comes wide open, good throw, good catch, first down.
Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll let it fly. Caught in the backfield, it's Lewis. Makes the catch, and he's brought down. 8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a third down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. The Gamecocks offense will go to work for the first time. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
Catch in the middle, it's Jacobs. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Gamecocks moving quickly to the line.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. The Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
The give to the back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires left. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Off the play fake. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On 3rd down, going up top. Finds the tight end. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. And the Gamecocks will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Keeps it on the bootleg. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping 2 hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. The QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals.
Wide receiver shows motion. From the gun, the running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Gamecocks are in the hurry-up.
Listen, guys, this is one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire country. Maybe they're trying to catch the defense napping by going goal line and running the football. Not a lot of success on that last play. Hey, bud, get back to doing what you do best. Throw the ball.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Throws to the tight end. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Makes the quick grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. Looking to pass on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Bernard. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Pinned back in their own end, a third and short from the 16. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Looking down the middle. It's complete. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Miller. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Dropping back, it's Mack. Tight end finds a soft spot. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And he's going to wind up losing a couple of yards as time expires here in the first quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Now the play fake. Getting some heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong that they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Those play-action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake, and then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Coming after him. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense.
They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. He breaks a tackle. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They try to pop a run on the draw. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Fighting off the defender.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And it's right down the boulevard. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Virginia Tech managed to avoid a bitter defeat by scratching out a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some around Blacksburg had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. He'll start this drive firing. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. It's complete. A huge pickup. And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Fast motion from the offense. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Swings it out to the flat. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? He'll try to pick it up on the ground. That's a live ball.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago, now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, bro.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need.
Wide open, he makes the catch. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. 3rd down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. The sure hands, it's Lewis. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Down close to the goal line. Great job by the tight end on his route for that touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got a man, it's Harbor. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
Well, there's no mystery who they're throwing the football to, but defenses still can't find a way to cover this guy. With that last catch, he now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the season.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to put my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on a defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. The sweet feet buy a little time. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes that Alabama offense. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Lewis. Makes a catch and knocked down. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll bring it back. It's Brown. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Oh, he makes a catch. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Back to throw, it's Sellers. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Running it back, it's Hamilton. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. On the move, it's Brown. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They go to the ground. That should be the final play of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it is hard to beat Columbia when that town is buzzing as it is today. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by acknowledging the sparkling play of this tight end. The guy's like an aircraft carrier out there as a blocker. And then when he releases and shows off that speed and route running, he's almost unguardable. Gotta believe he won't be able to go anywhere in this second half without someone attached to his hip. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Williams-Brice.
Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Fires to the tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Harbor. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Makes the grab. It's Hunt. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Gamecocks want to move quickly. They'll go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Out of the shotgun on third down. Fires into traffic, picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. And on the opening drive of the second half, you've made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well, and they're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel. Great job being ready to go at the start of the second half by the defense.
Here comes that Alabama offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Haynes. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. What a snag by the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Wants to throw. It's Sellers. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. When you
play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Paynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quinnen Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite-level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they've built this dynasty at Alabama.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Haynes. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down. 3rd down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. Dropping back, it's Mack. Gets it out quickly. And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Never a doubt. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's now a final in one of the more intriguing games of the season, this huge top 5 clash. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way Michael James, Kenyon Barner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do it. A top 5 clash and a thoroughly impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. The Gamecocks racing to the line in a hurry up. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab inside the 30. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
Remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's all...
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He's already made one field goal, but this one is going to need a big leg. A 50-yard attempt coming. Right down the boulevard, it's good.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes that Alabama offense. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Mack. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Not a ton of play calls for 3rd and California when you're on offense. You know you're going to have your quarterback holding on to the football. You really got to think about how you're going to protect him. Offensive coordinator may want to think about using more max protect schemes, get more bodies in to give this quarterback a chance.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. Line gets set, 1st down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ball. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 1st down.
Encroachment. Defense.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Grab behind the line. It's Bernard. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. A 1st down for the offense. From the gun, running back on the move. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. To the air. It's Mack. Makes the grab on the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Looking left. And the sophomore just a little too much on that one. They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Give him 88 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. He's got it on the run. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown tie. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the fourth. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
South Carolina, 6.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
A big game there as they did a tremendous job working the middle of the field.
Yeah, and if you're going to complete that throw, Reese, quarterbacks got to play with anticipation. You've got to get it out of your hands early and give your receiver an opportunity before the defense gets to the ball.
Back to pass, it's Sellers. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Really putting together a threat now. They got the first, it's at the 37. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
Brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. He'll throw it. The short hands, it's Brown. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. And this one splits the uprights. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Miller with the ball. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking the shot. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 1st down here for the offense. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Gets it to the back. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Motion from the offense. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Keeps it going. They're bringing heat. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the 4th quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Caught near the sticks. It's Law. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Gives it to the back on the draw. Powers through the defender.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Mack. Got it! Touchdown, Bama! And the stomping has commenced. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Florida took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Gainesville. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory.
And he intercepts it.
60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it.
South Carolina, 9.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. He's right on target. Stopped after making the catch.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Escapes the sack. Got his man. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. And the Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again. Pressure, deep shot for the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Jacobs. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Russell. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. That's caught. It's Brown. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got his man out of the backfield.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Pushes and picks his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Makes the catch. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. To the end zone, and is picked off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
The give to the tailback. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. Not a lot of drama in this one as they just get punched in the face and lose by double figures.
Not a lot of drama, but there is a lot to fix. On offense, on defense, on special teams. This team, David, they've got a lot to figure out.
Yeah, but you know what, Jesse? The coaches are going to be in a great mood. The bus rides, the plane rides, those will all be real fun. Practice this week, it's going to be a blast.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.